Hey guys, welcome to another Mob Bob Bum building stream. This is stream number 3, where we will be continuing to build the towers here. We've already completed 2 full towers. It's 10 levels per tower. We're going to start. Well, we're going to finish off the third one because I already made a start on that third one. I haven't really touched that one yet. I've got to fix up. I forgot the stripes in this one. There's no stripes, so I've got to kind of add the stripes because yeah, I kind of forgot that, and even though I don't have any blue wool on me, I'll just do that to remind me, because it will be quite embarrassing if I got halfway up and realized, holy smokes, you know, haven't added the stripes to that one. But we've added the stripes to that one, so I cleaned out my inventory. I don't know why I did it, because technically I'm just about to fill it up with junk again. So let's try even this out nice and neat. Alright, so we're going to start with some packed ice. We'll say 6 stacks of packed dice will do. We'll go 6. Phew. 6 stacks of glass to go with it. And mostly just cobblestone and tracks after that. Probably got too much. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2 stacks of tracks. 1 stack of this. There we go. We're filling up. Oh, Bob's your uncle. Actually, we can get rid of the torches. We don't need torches. We don't need the shovel. So that's just... And we don't need the extra chicken. I actually got the extra chicken before I started the stream. So, okay. So what do we need? Let's try and make sure. I thought yeah, here's some more right here. Okay, I think that's it. That's all we bloomin' need. Oh, blue wool. Holy smokes, I nearly went in without wool. That would have been bad. And even though we don't even have that much, we've got to convert some more plain wool. So we'll get 1 more stack here. Alright, there you go. We should be good to go now. Holy smokes. Inventory is now full of stuff. See, everybody in chat's now going, oh my god, data blue wool, oh my god. See, I noticed it before chat. Oh, well, technically... They would have noticed. Yeah, whatever. Let's get started. Let's go. Let's continue this one up, because this will be the 3rd tower we need to complete to level 10. So everybody's screaming blue wool. Okay. All right. So what we'll do is start in the middle. Get our glass out. Why did I bring my axe? I didn't need my axe. See, that's another space I could have saved. Sword and pickaxe is probably the only 2 things I actually needed for the stream. I should have left the other 2 alone, because seriously, there's no wood up here. When it's not like we're going to cut down some trees. Crikey. Now everybody's saying ladders. Ladders, no, we can fall. It's all good. It's all good. I had to remake armor before, because yeah, I kind of broke the other ones. Doing mining, because recently I've been trying to multitask, because I've been, you know, shooting MDU episodes plus doing this build. Look at the sizes, she's going to be huge. Doing this build, plus I've been doing a few strips every morning when I wake up, trying to, you know, get ahead of the mining scene there, because I'm a little bit behind. So yeah, people are probably going to be a little bit annoyed with me not live streaming mining, and the mine shaft's kind of getting bigger now because I've been doing 2 strips every morning. But at least I'm a little bit ahead on iron. Storage room is almost complete. I mean, I've probably got it in another couple of mornings, so we can get that out of the... Well, that's going to be out of the way soon. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic when that happens. But holy smokes, yeah, juggling multiple things on my world right now. It's bloomin' ridiculous. Yeah, bloomin' ridiculous. So, how is everybody tonight? Chat seems to be fairly straightforward tonight. And, of course, we're going to have to wait, obviously, for Twitch to catch up to chat. Hopefully, if you're watching this on YouTube later on, well, hello. I'm glad that you made it, what, 5 minutes into the stream? You're amazing, Data. The amount of work you put into everything is just mind-blowing. Well, thanks, man. Thanks. I try. I definitely try when it comes to these crazy things. Alright, so let's go ahead and put in the cobblestone, then the tracks, and hopefully I'm great. My 2nd time here. Fantastic. We've been doing a bunch of live streams recently, haven't we? We're doing pretty good. We've been doing pretty good. Yeah, apparently chat is fantastic. Well, that's good. That's always good when chat's fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is lay the tracks down now. I need a bigger inventory, and we talked about mini-maps last live stream, and sort of got a mixed response. Well, not really mixed. Most of the people that did reply on the last live stream about mini-maps were all that, yes, they are cheaty, but we had a few, I would say, that was defending mini-maps. Some servers actually completely ban them from being on the servers. I don't really completely go after people with mini-maps, but holy smokes, did we started something on YouTube about the mini-map scene there. But the last live stream, a question come up asking my opinions on mini-maps in servers. Are they cheaty? And a lot of people have sort of been filling in the gaps, because I don't use mini-map, obviously. I do not use a mini-map, so people on YouTube have been filling in the gaps. People say, you know, when you're mining, you can look up and see temples and mine towards the temples, pretty much like X-rays. So if people are putting it that way, holy smokes, they're cheaty. They're very cheaty. Holy smokes. But, yeah. Holy smokes. But it started like a big debate on YouTube anyway. A lot of people did say they are cheaty. So I just thought I would mention that in this live stream, because, you know, it was a heavy... It is a heavy debated thing on YouTube right now in the comment section. It's probably going to be in the comment section of this video. But my personal opinion is it does give you a very unfair advantage against a vanilla player. And if you can see through maps, seeing temples and dungeons and all that crazy stuff, I think that's totally wrong. And as somebody put it, you know, you're mining down in the mine shaft and you can see temples above you, so you can mine straight up to the temple, and you know, holy smokes, you know, that's kind of cheaty, kind of really cheaty, especially against a vanilla player. It's not cool. It's definitely not cool at all. So my final thoughts of the entire area there is, well, the entire minimap scene is, yes, it is definitely cheaty to have a minimap on a server. But if a server says yes, it is, you're allowed to use minimaps on the server, well then, you know, that's fine. That's totally cool. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. The original question was, you know, do I think they're cheaty? So we've come to the conclusion that they are very cheaty, and they definitely give you an unfair advantage against a vanilla player. So yeah, I know I'm gonna get a little bit in trouble for that, for my opinion there. But holy smokes, you know, it did start a little bit of a debate on YouTube side of things, but it was good. It was good having a read through some of those. And just seeing what other people thought about the minimap scene there. But holy smokes. Alright, how much mining have you done, Data? Not too much. As I said before in the stream, I've been doing about 2 strips a day, or just over. So I think I did 3 strips no, I did 4 strips, sorry, I apologize. I did 4 strips today. So yeah, I did 4 strips, but I've been trying minimum. Let's just say minimum. There we go. Minimum. I've been trying to do at least 2 strips in the morning before I quickly go do anything. You know, just quickly log off in the mine shaft, then poof, you know, jump straight in, and then, you know, get to work and get the strip done. That's the whole plan there. But I'm only doing it because I'm actually quite behind on the iron parts of things for the storage unit. I've actually completed the 2 wings of the storage unit. So 2 wings, we got 1 left. So I need half a double chest of iron to complete that, and I'm not really willing to wait, because I've got plans for the base soon in upcoming episodes. Obviously, to put in cobblestone silos and what's it called? Some of the new stone silos. There we go. So I plan on doing that very soon. So I've got to get my backside into gear and you know, knock out some of that iron there. So I've been doing quite well. Now I've hit my old mine shaft, and people brought this up before when I started mining. They said, Data, what are you going to do when you hit your old mine shaft? So I have actually officially now hit the original mine shaft in the Hobbit hole. You know, that was quite long and big there. So I've officially hit that now. And what I had to do was extend past it. So technically my mine shaft looks huge right now. Like, oh my god, Data, how much mining have you done? But not really, because technically 2 mine shafts are now combined into 1, if you know what I'm trying to say there. So, as I said, next time we do a mining live stream, which will be soon, I have to explain to everybody, because everybody's going to go, what the hell? Wow, how much blooming mining have you done? And I have to kind of explain that, you know, I haven't really done that much, because that there is the old Hobbit Hole mine shaft, just extended it right through it. So, yeah, and you know the old Hobbit Hole mine shaft had about 100 or 150 strips on it. So you think about it, that's quite long, isn't it? And if you add that to our mine shaft that's down in the new base, of course you're going to, you know, it's going to be really, 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 really big. So I'm gotta wait until that stream happens, because we'll be going back to the regular scheduled, after we get these 3 towers complete, we'll be going back to the regular scheduled mining live streams and getting that done. So yeah, at the moment I've been, as I said, just juggling between this project, mining, completing the storage unit in the base, and shooting MDU. And MDU, we've sort of been, you know, working on the front door area. There you go, yeah, front door area of MDU, you know, getting all that up to scratch, because people did not like my front door. The front door of the main base, which the main base is down there, that's the main base right down there. So the front door of the main base was, people did not like that, and yeah, they absolutely hated it. So I've started working on ripping it out, redoing the whole front entrance, putting in a new floor. Holy smokes. Upcoming MDU episodes, we're going to get real busy when it comes to base. We're going to try get rid of the echoey feel, you know, because the main base is quite large. So we're going to start filling the base up now, you know, getting some real work done. Because far out, we're 70 odd episodes into the MDU series, and obviously we've got to get some work done. I feel like that I haven't done enough work, which really I have. Really I have tipped in, I don't know how many hours, heaps. So really we have done a metric butt ton of work. It just it's so spread out. I think that's it. It's so spread out. The base is so large. This storage unit I chose is so large as well. When I started the Build Big or Go Home series in my original series there, one of the new wings down there of the storage unit was technically my very first storage unit on the Build Big or Go Home series, so it wasn't very big, and that was easy to complete, right? Single unit. We're going for 3 wings, you know, of that. That's probably why it's taken so bloomin' long to get it done, technically, to get it done. So yeah, juggling all this at the moment is just crazy, but it's going well. It is definitely going well, and I got some really good stuff to show you. I cannot wait until everybody starts to get back into MDU there. And wow, the main base is looking good. The main base is looking good. I did promise, we talked about this a couple live streams ago, but putting more color into the base, you know, inside, and holy smokes, we added another color. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. You can't see it from down here, which is good, because I don't want to give spoilers. We've been, as I said, all inside of the bases does not look anything like, you know, you guys remembered it. So absolutely crazy there. Absolutely crazy. So I was a little bit rusty in MDU episode 1. Some of you guys noticed, some of you didn't. But that was the first thing I shot. You know, live streams come after the MDU episodes. So the first thing I did, the first week I was back, is obviously shoot the first 3 episodes pretty much back to back. You know, got those little odd jobs, get the final piece of the puzzle, all that good stuff. You know, that was one of the first things I did when I got back. But the problem is it far out, I felt so rusty doing the first couple of episodes there. So after the 3rd episode, you'll notice me getting back into the swing of things. But by the 3rd episode, I've also did a live stream. So, you know, that also, you know, yeah, it's like riding a bike. It was easy. Oh, crikey. Alright, so what we need to do, make sure the corners are on there. How far are we up? Crikey. Oh, we've got to think about bringing that up soon. Looks like I need to go get some ladders and bring up the sides before it gets too ridiculously tall, and then we don't want to go splat. People want data pancakes, but they ain't getting data pancakes. I'm sorry. Oh, crikey. Alright. You should go caving. It's a great way to get iron. Yes, I've been preaching that like crazy. Definitely a really good way to get iron. Going caving, obviously, is a very good way to get iron. Obviously, when I hit a cave, I do go caving. It's definitely one of the things I do. Now, I do normally get lost and turned around and blown up and shot at when you go caving, but at least you come back with a metric butt ton. At the moment, I seem to be every strip that I do, I seem to come back with 1 and a bit stacks of iron. That seems to be the average. The best I've done is probably almost 3 stacks of iron in one strip. That's probably the best I've ever done when it comes to iron itself. So that's not that bad right there. So if you did 2 of the best strips you've ever done, that's 6 stacks of iron right off the bat. And it takes, what, 15 minutes to do a strip? It's not all that bad. It is definitely not that bad. So, yeah, all right. Let's make sure. I'll just have a look at chat real quick and make sure everybody, yeah, everybody's going quite well in the live stream chat. If you're watching this on YouTube later on, well, hello. If you got a question for me, just feel free to post it below in YouTube, because I've got a text document with a couple of questions. Not many questions. As I said, everybody's sort of got in a debate. Whoops, I shouldn't be going up one. Oh, let's just do one more level. Everybody got in a debate about the mini-map thing. So that was an interesting topic to get into. Just the whole mini-map thing. Is it cheating? Definitely interesting right there. Kentucky Fried Tater. No. Chat is very weird, but that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad. We're running out of bloomin' glass. Crikey. That is not good. I've been trying my hardest not to even touch the desert down there. I've been going far out, almost 500 blocks out from my base to remove the sand itself. 500 blocks, which is ridiculous. I'm trying not to destroy the desert, because, man, I could strip that desert. I could have half that cut out right now and mined out. It would look bloomin' horrible. It's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. So I've been going far away. You can't really restore a desert all that well, so I made sure I didn't do it. The very first time I started playing Minecraft, I destroyed things left, right, and center. And eventually start realizing, it's like, hey, try and get your resources further away from your base. You can keep it in a pristine... I'm not going to get into that conversation. Okay, talk about the dungeon on the server. We could talk about that. You can find another desert in the nether. I've already, as I said, this desert biome here, there's a dual desert biome, I'm pretty sure, because this river sort of goes out and splits it in half. So I go to the other desert, which is 500 blocks that way, and carve that out. So it's out of view distance. It's not going to look butt ugly. Well, 1 over. It's not going to look butt ugly. So that's what I've been doing. And there's no point in dude, I've already destroyed, I would say, 100 by 100 radius when it comes to the desert itself. The desert itself. So, alright. Okay, so dungeon. Some people want me to talk about the dungeon on the server. So, if you're new to my channel, I actually have a server, and the link will be in the description below. It's for the fans. It's a full dedicated server. It's based in Australia, so obviously if you're connecting from overseas, you're probably gonna find a bit of spike lags and international link problems and all sorts of nonsense. But if you're from Australia, you should find it fine, absolutely fine. But yeah, I have a server, survival server. It's on hard plus. I also have an amplified server as well. So if you want to play amplified, you can also play amplified survival. Both on survival, both on hard plus. Just remember that, because we get some newer people through. It's like, oh my god, I can't take this hard mode, and they're used to playing on peaceful. You know those people. They're used to playing on peaceful. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend popping over to the server unless you really want to play on hard mode. So that's just a heads up there to the peaceful guys there. So yeah, I've got a couple of servers up for the fans, and you can apply from it on my website. Yes, it is whitelisted. Reason why is because a lot of nasties on YouTube. You guys should know the drill already. Lots of nasties on YouTube which is not good, so we have to have it whitelisted. So quite easy to get whitelisted. You go read the rules, tick a couple of boxes, put your Minecraft name in, GG, get whitelisted, jump on the server. It is really that simple. Really simple to get on. But it's a lovely community over there. But anyway, now that I've got that out of the way, because people will be like, what, Data's got a server? Well, now you bloomin' know, Data's got a server. So so over on the main server, underneath my giant castle, yes, I have a giant castle on there. I have a big throne area and everything, but I have a big castle, and underneath me in the mods, we actually constructed a very large dungeon, very large dungeon full of custom mobs and everything. We made it sort of like, not really a mini game, but almost like a dungeon crawler. We made it 3-player, so what that potentially means is mobs hit like trucks, you know, and you got to strategize everything, every pull that you do. You don't want to spawn like a metric butt ton of mobs, or else you're in big bloomin' trouble. So today we had our test day. Holy smokes, I've got to get down from here. Oh no. Alright, here we go. Okay, 3.5 hearts, that wasn't too bad. Now let's get off of this section. And what we'll do is we'll just top up, go get the ladders and build this section up here. So the dungeon, we did testing today for the first level. The dungeon's quite big. It's, I would say it's a 300 to 400 by 400 down to bedrock. That, I'm not kidding. Room after room after room after room after room. It is insane. We put about a week into construction of it, and then another week into redstone and custom mobs. So it's my first one of the sort of like a mini adventure there. It's sort of my first. It's a bit hard. We made it ridiculously hard, but that's the whole point. We didn't want people from the server going down to get loot out of all the chests and just grind it like that. So we made it so that players had to go in groups and had to strategize. We made it so the minimum requirement was diamond gear, so they couldn't actually just go down there and farm all the bloomin' chests. They couldn't actually do that. So we made sure that minimum was 3 players, because mobs have average health, but we made them hit like trucks. So if you have iron gear, iron armor on, you're probably going to get 2 shot. If you have no armor on, you're going to get 1 shot. If you've got diamond armor, you can take 5, 6 hits, no problem. If you've got enchanted, well, then you can take a lot more than that, obviously. But when we opened it up for testing, a lot of people just bum rushed it. What I mean by bum rushed it is they went in and just naked, like no gear, no nothing, and just ran past all the nasty mobs and tried to get past the booby traps as well. It was entertaining for me to watch, because I was in game mode 3, obviously, watching everybody die and scream. And I have a vent server as well, which all the fans connected to today, and I always like to say hello to the fans occasionally, so I pop down on the vent server there and say hello to all my fans and listen to them screaming while they're in my dungeon getting tortured. It was it was quite entertaining. Yeah, people were finding bugs, and we have to fix the bugs, but the booby traps work quite well. We have a lot of command blocks, obviously, when it comes to booby traps, so there's no pressure plates. Players can't really see. We have player detectors, and it's hard. It is ridiculously hard. Now, most of the booby traps have ways to disable it. We've hidden buttons. Buttons in 1.8 are awesome, because you can hide them, you know, on the floor, on the roof, you know. You can hide them bloomin' anywhere. So what we ended up doing is some of the booby traps are disableable by buttons, and the thing is, these players are just running right through it and dying left, right, and center, just getting knocked into lava and just spawning so much nasties. We've got 1 or 2 elder skellies that walk the hallway. They're kind of really mean. If you try to solo them, I think you would die. But if you 2-3 manned it, well, I would recommend 3, you would be absolutely fine. You could strategize how to kill him and all that. The problem is, as I was saying, like, all these players were just running through it. How many did we go up? We need to go up 1 more. These players were just running through it and spawning more and more and more of these elder skeletons, which are fully decked in armor, iron armor, and have a very nasty bow. So they were getting snapped. They were absolutely getting snapped. So it was an interesting experience. We've fixed a couple of bugs, and we'll probably open it up again tomorrow for the for more testing. But at the end of the day, it's meant to be one of those dungeon crawlers you take with your friends. You don't just go down there naked expecting, hey, I'm going to get a metric butt ton of loot. And we've also designed every room to have secrets, which is quite cool too. Watching players working out stuff, like they press a button, nothing happens, but if they listen carefully, they can hear pistons in the background, secret doors in another room opening, you know, stuff like that. That's really cool and interesting to watch other players discover that. That's just, it's out of this world when you watch players doing that, and especially your own creation, well, and the mods. The mods definitely did a metric butt ton of work with me, so yeah, that's a shout out to the mods. So thank you, mods, for helping me build this humongous dungeon. Pretty much the mods on my server had their own rooms to design with secrets and traps and all sorts of craziness there. So it was an interesting experience, and she's not done. Level 1 finished testing today, and we've got to adjust a few things, and hopefully if they clear it tomorrow, level 1 that is, we will be opening level 2 up, which is twice as nastier. Holy smokes, it is nasty when it comes to that sort of, when it comes to level 2. So the fans on the server have no clue what they're getting into. They better have enchanted gear at the Yu-Yang. They thought bloomin' zombies with iron armor hit like trucks. You wait until they encounter some of the diamond geared ankle biters of doom. It's going to be entertaining. I might have to get fraps out. Post a video on YouTube. I don't think they'll like that. I don't think they'll like that. Oh, crikey. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting experience. So yeah, if you want to apply, link will be in the description. You'll always catch me over on the server. I always try to pop in at least once or twice a day and say hello to the fans. So you know, it's great. It's just great to have a closer relationship with my fans, instead of just this huge gap. So I try to talk to them as much as possible on Vent. As I said, I've got a Vent server where they all sort of come and hang out, and I jump down in the channel and say, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, oh my god, it's Data, and they want to hump my leg. And no, not really. Some are a bit shy, but it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What are we up to? Holy smokes, I think we only got a few levels to go after this. We might as well keep going up. I'm going to get a drink of coffee real quick. Hang on a sec. Lovely coffee. I don't mind. Some streams are good because, you know, it's very laid back and relaxed and just, yeah, you chill. But yeah, I'll leave the links in the description to the whole apply for server if you want to come hang out and get yourself geared up to go try Data's Dungeon of Doom out. That's cool if you got a bunch of friends. Remember, you have to do it with a bunch of friends. You cannot do it naked. You need diamond armor. You definitely need that. But the rewards are quite good too, like wither skeleton skulls, diamonds, emeralds, armor. Those mobs also have a chance to drop some of their overpowered gear, so you repair that up too. Oh, you know. Yeah, but the test went well. They discovered bugs. We're going to squish them, but there was no legit group trying to complete it. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody was trying to bum rush it. They didn't get too far. They definitely didn't get too far. People were dying with diamonds and emeralds and all sorts of gear on them, and yeah. Oh, crikey. What gets people? This is what gets people. I've got a floor, right? I've got the floor set up so there's breaks in the floor, right? And it falls, and then down the hole goes to lava, right? And in that hole there's a spider web. So if you accidentally get knocked back or you fall into this hole, you slowly go down and you know you're going to die, it's pretty much torture. Holy smokes, it's pretty much torture. So they sort of like slowly sink down. It's quite hilarious to watch them sink down and scream, oh my god, I'm gonna die! And you know what the best thing is? My dungeon recycles loot. So if an epic geared out player dies, in the dungeon. The dungeon will actually retrieve that gear, and it will be recycled into chests as loot later on as well. So it's almost a player farm, or not really a player farm, but a player funded dungeon. So some of the gear, not all, some of the gear gets stored in the data vaults. Now the data vaults are quite full at the moment due to the testing today, but you know, yeah, so we sort of like take random gear out, put it back in the chests, and also put, you know, more epic stuff like beacons and crazy stuff into secret hidden rooms. And it's not a player farm. See, people in chat right now are calling, it's a player farm. I knew it. I knew it. No, it's not. It's not designed to be a player farm. It's just meant to be ridiculously hard. There you go. Ridiculously hard. We went 3 up, so we need to put another. There we go. Nice. Lovely. We're doing quite well. So it's not designed to be a player farm, but it's meant to be minimum of 3, and I would say a maximum group of 5. And this is decked out in diamond. I would not go down there in any other gear. So yeah, it's good. I'll probably do some more testing tomorrow, so I'll look forward to seeing the fans on Vent. And on the server as well, so that's going to be quite interesting. Link will be in the description, so you can apply for my server, the survival server, if you want to join the community over there. That's fantastic. As I said, they're a lovely bunch of people. I've met so many nice people, but I've also met a few nasties as well, but you can't help that being on YouTube, you know. And good stuff, good stuff. Oh crikey. I knew it's a player farm. No, it's not a player farm. He has a yeah. What? Alright, okay. Good stuff. How many do we got to go? We might need to get off of here very shortly, depending on how far we make it up. Crikey. There we go. Data, you're going to be fast on this build. The live stream will be too short. What do you mean too short? We've got ages to go. We've got like probably another 2 levels to go up, and then we got that to go up. Crikey. We're doing quite well. We're doing definitely quite well tonight. It's crazy. Someone dies, its loot gets collected, then another player loots it, and the player... There's a player farm. What? No! I thought I told everybody in Vent today that that's what happens. Oh, crikey. I screwed that up. There we go. Oh, that is hilarious. We're going to run out of bloomin'. Yeah, we're going to run out of redstone blocks. We need to get down off here shortly. We've got to put some ladders in and do an epic ladder. Epic ninja ladder skills again. So we don't die. Alrighty, so we'll get off now because we got to top up that, get some more blue wool. And we'll just keep going until we hit the top there, and then we'll try bring the cobblestone up as well, so we don't have so much. Oh crikey! Here we go, down we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, there. Oh, there we go. Oh, good stuff. All right, let's get down from here and go. Yeah, holy smokes! Can you hear all those nasties in there? I can hear them. So we'll go grab some loot and we'll continue going up. How's it looking? Oh yeah, it's coming along nicely. So these towers are not hard to build. They're just very repetitive. You know, just very, very repetitive indeed. Okay, so we don't need any ice or that yet. We'll come down for that later, but we need heaps more cobblestone. Oh crikey. There we go. Top that up. It looks like we're going to have to do some more blue wool, but that is okay. Turn this into that. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Alright, turn some more of this into blue wool. There we go. Bob's your uncle. And we'll do 3 more stacks, and that should do us until we get to the top at least. That's oodles. And we need some more redstone lamps. We got to find some more redstone lamps. One more of these. There we go. We'll throw these lapis back where they belong. That's oodles amount. Okay, so now we need to hunt down some more of these lamps. And we are good to go back up. Okay, so I think we'll just get more cobblestone. Where are you? There you are. Holy smokes, we're grinding through the cobblestone real quick. Alright, there we go. Up we go. Yeah, episode 71 is up on YouTube. It was up this morning, or yesterday for some people. As I said, a bit rusty on episode F71. That's MDU. Stands for Minecraft Down Under, if you're new to this whole live streaming thing. That's up on YouTube now, so that will... 72 will be up tomorrow, guys. By the way, 72, and then 73 will be on Monday. Then DnR episode 1, 2, and 3 will be during the week. So some people are looking forward to that, some people are not. You know, whatever floats your boat. But that will be up on during the week. So DnR will be now dedicated for during the week when there's usually no content available. So that's good. That's a bonus for my channel, I really think. And an MDU sort of like, you know, around on the weekends. Then live streams is whenever I feel like it or I have the time to do live streams. That's pretty much how it works. But I have a calendar on the website. Oh, crikey. Whoopsie daisy. I have a calendar on the website. You can see my upload schedule there. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But you need to be signed up to my website to see the calendar. Just a heads up. You can't just go there as a guest. So that's just a heads up. So I'll leave a link in the description to the calendars. So if you really want to see my upload schedule, then you can literally which is absolutely fantastic. Up 2, yes, 2 it is. There we go. All right. So, okay. Donators need more DnR, please. Venomous. Donators do have more DnR. If you did not know, earlier today, Venomous, I put in up to episode 8 of DnR Season 3 Amplified. So that is in the donators section right now. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a little program on my website to pay for the server and all the bills and all that good stuff. You know, help support me and everything else. But if you donate $10, we'll get you a donator rank on my website. Allows you access to a donator section on my website, which is full of little stuff. Like, you can get stuff earlier than YouTube, okay? So anything that I upload earlier, and it's it goes in there pretty much before YouTube. But if you're not patient, that's good for you. But if you're patient, you can just wait until it's on YouTube. You don't need to donate. But if you want to become a donator, I do have that all in the donator section, up to DnR Season 3 episode 8 and MDU episode 70 up to 73s in there at the moment. Also, I do backstage vlogs, talking about a little bit more personal stuff when it comes to YouTube and blackmail and drama. And if you're into that sort of stuff, yeah, I've got a sort of a personal backstage vlog I do in that donator section as well. But anything else just goes onto YouTube. So as I said, if you're patient, you can just watch it on YouTube like everybody else. But if you're not and you want to help pay the bills, then you can become a donator. Well, I'll leave a link in the description so you can read some more information about the donator rank if you want to. Yeah. All right. Yep. Okay, good stuff. That's all done. No crazy questions in chat right now. I think I need to go ahead and bring out the text document of doom. Hang on a second. All right. Okay, so text document of doom. A text document of doom, as I call them, is a document of questions from YouTube. So if you're watching this from YouTube later on, hi, at the probably 45-minute mark. I'm not 100% sure. So hi, if you've got a question, if you missed the live stream, you've got a question for me, or you want me to talk about a subject, go ahead and post it below. It usually ends up in the text document of doom. Now, if your question's already been answered a million times, well, it's probably not going to end up in the text document of doom. So just that's a heads up for people going, what the hell? He didn't ask my blimmin' question. What's going on there? Crikey. So yeah, that's just the heads up there for some people that don't know what's going on there. Okay, so what we need to do, Alright, this is all going good. Okay, so first question from YouTube. Data, how do you plan on getting the big slimes into the farm once you have built it? Well, I am going to use train tracks to build up a giant, I know I'm going to say this bad word, spiral train track elevator of doom. And we're gonna transport Bobs up doing that. It's probably gonna be in a live stream, to be honest. This farm has to be pretty much complete before the last thing of the farm will be putting the Bobs in. So the Bobs will be one of the last things we add to this farm. That's just a heads up there. So don't get your hopes up. Even when the towers are built, we ain't putting anything in there until until the storage room's done and all that crazy stuff, okay? Alright, there we go. Okay, so shift click, some more of this in here. Doing quite well. Yep, everything looks good. I keep looking at multiple screens right now, so multitasking, you know. I've got site chat, Twitch chat, text document of doom, and trying to make sure I don't miss anything, but, you know, there's guaranteed to happen. Oh, crikey. Okay, so we've got one more level to go before we continue the main structure there, which is good. Oopsie daisy. Blue wall goes there. Alright, doing quite well, doing quite well. Okay, so somebody asks in the text document of doom, that is, somebody asked in the text document of doom, which is from YouTube, what is the worst thing that's ever happened to you in a live stream? The worst thing that's ever happened to me on a live stream would be falling asleep. I think that was quite embarrassing right there. Very embarrassing. I don't know. Nah, nothing can top that. Definitely very embarrassing right there. Falling asleep in the middle of a live stream. It was just give me a break. It was a 16-hour live stream, and it was lots of dirt blocks in it. Lots, many. So give me a break. Oh, I should really take that video down because that is that's embarrassing. Damn. Okay. Yeah, so I can't top that. I'm sorry. Some people know where to find that, some people don't. I'm not linking that stream in the description below because you don't want to hear Data falling asleep. You just don't. Trust me, it's not cool. Oh, crikey. Okay, so this will be the last, then we're getting back to... No, we'll bring up the center as well, so we don't have to bring up too much of that. Which is actually quite easy, because we don't need to follow a pattern. We definitely don't need to follow a pattern. We've got to bring up that center there. So yeah, that's the worst thing that's happened to me in a live stream. Falling asleep. I think I almost died thanks to falling asleep. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I don't want to bring that... It's one of those dirt moments that you never want to revisit. You know, awkward sort of moments you never want to relive, so I don't want to load up the stream. But I think, if I remember correctly, when falling asleep, I think I almost drowned. I think? I don't know. The fans will correct me, because some fans have watched it a million times already. Oh, crikey. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we're just doing the lights now, and then we're going to build up the center, bring that up as far as we possibly can. We've got enough cobblestone probably to make it, to be honest. Probably got enough, definitely. Okay. Oh wow! See, now they're saying dirt block. That was crazy. That was a crazy live stream. And that was when Twitch used to be able, which Twitch used to hold live streams for that long. Now if you do a live stream over 2 hours long, Twitch no longer keeps it on record. So that kind of sucks, if you ask me. That's horrible. I miss the old Twitch when there was no delays and you could hold 20-hour live streams to upload to YouTube, and yeah, I miss that Twitch there. But yeah, I suppose it's quite stressful on their servers. Okay, watermelon, that was funny. Block. Okay, nothing crazy in chat right now. Yeah, I believe you drowned. Took like 5 to 10 minutes to wake you up. What? No, that can't be true. That definitely cannot be true. Now I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go find the damn live stream. It's on YouTube somewhere. Oh, that was a big mistake. Almost continued the pattern. I'm almost on autopilot, trying to read chat at the same time as place these blocks and making lots of boo-boos. I want to see that. No. No, you don't want to see that. Alright, let's jump off of here and go start building up the middle. If we can get down there without dying, because crikey. Alright. Ninja skills. Alright, that wasn't that bad. That was not that bad. I think being down here in the dark is probably worse. Well, let's hopefully I'm too close for anything to spawn anyway, so we don't need to, you know, worry about that. That's why we're leaving the roof off. Remember, we are not putting the bobs in till very last. That'll be one of the last things. So we still got the central structure to build. We've still got hoppers to install. The splat pads need to be installed. That'll probably be installed on an MDU episode. These really repetitive work will be installed in, you know, live streams. And then we got to worry about designing a bloomin' storage room that can hold ridiculous amounts of gunpowder, which I don't have any iron for. So this, as I said, this project is long term. We'll have to, after we all my iron is not going towards the mob bob farm. And that's the truth. All my iron right now is getting tipped into my storage unit that needs to get done. So even if I have 20 stacks of iron, that's not none of it's going in the mob bob farm yet. Yeah, so holy smokes. Okay, so what's the next question? Nope. What's the Y of the bottom of the farm, and is it the same as all your farms in the air? I wouldn't say it's the same. That's an interesting question. I wonder why he wants to know that. No, I don't really. I tried to build all my, you know, air farms above block 200. That's obvious now. Now, the splat pads obviously are going to be quite the big drop because Endermen like to survive big drops. I think they can take, what, up to 40 block falls on hard. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure on that, but what actually is the biggest problem is mobs can actually spawn with feather falling boots, allowing them to survive ridiculous heights. So that is the true problem. That's why you go, oh, you don't just go and test how far an Enderman falls before he dies. You've got to add heaps extra to that because you have those mobs that have feather falling boots, and they will survive the fall. So it's good to have the splat pads quite the distance down. Not a huge distance, not like, I'm not saying ground. This will not run to the ground, okay? This will not run to the ground at all. The splat pads will only be, I would say, 40 blocks down, a little bit higher than that. Not sure, but we'll work that out when that comes to it in an MDU episode itself. So just remember that. Hey Data, is there any particular reason the towers are so far apart in the proof of concept? They were much closer. That guy has an interesting point. Now, the proof of concept was only a test. You're meant to take that and, like, you know, build it your own way. And I'm building it my own way at this time. Now, there's 20 blocks between each of the towers. The center, and then there's 20 blocks, okay? So it's the optimal standing distance for spawns to spawn correctly. Okay, that's why I designed it like that. The safe room will be in the center. The original mob bob farm that I built had all 4 towers squished together, and standing down the bottom of the towers, wouldn't allow the top towers to spawn correctly, alright? Only the first few towers were mainly affected. And then standing on the side, you would not activate the back towers as much, okay? So you've got to find that optimal standing distance in between all the towers. Like, I'm trying to spread it equally between all the towers. That's what I'm currently trying to do. That's why they're so far apart, and it's part of the design that I've got for this particular farm now. Because I tried to tell everyone, use your imagination. You know, try to build like an outside shell to make it look pretty, because the original Mob farm wasn't a really good looker. Come on, you must admit it. So we've got to find a way to make the farm look decently sexy. And not ruin its speed, because obviously this is all going to be just crazy amount. But yeah, alright, so okay, so how far do we have? Not too far now. I think we only got 2 levels to build on the outside, and then Bob's your uncle, we've pretty much topped off another tower, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't believe I'm actually running out of cobblestone. I've only got, I got a few chests back at home, so I really can't say running out of cobblestone. I'm just used to having a metric butt ton of cobblestone stored in a silo somewhere, so I can go, hey, I've got 100,000 cobblestone stored up, but I don't have that much. I've just been using it all on these towers and around the base. You guys will see it coming up soon, but oh, you know, been using a metric butt ton of it. So when we make a cobblestone silo, we're also going to try do diorite and andesite and those sort of new stone. We're going to sort of do those silos as well, because I get quite a lot of that while mining, because it's really common. It's not rare at all. So we're going to make because I'm using it to build with now, so we're going to use a silo for that. Silo is probably not going to be as big as the, obviously the cobblestone, far out. There's no, you probably, yeah, you will definitely not be as big as the cobblestone silo, but it will be decent size. We want something to last quite the episodes, or else we're going to have to go back to what, did I hear a nasty? I thought I just heard a nasty. I'm going to be extra careful right now. Holy smokes. But yeah, it won't be as big as the cobblestone silo, but it needs to be decent size, because I'm trying to think of the future. Once if MDU makes it to 200 episodes in, right, and then we're running out of space. So we got to always think, hey, it's got to be more than enough. You would rather have too much space than not enough, because you've got to expand it. And yes, that's true. It's going to use more resources to have more than enough space. It's totally true. But, you know, yeah. He is doing an awesome mob farm. Thank you. Yes, I'm doing a decent mob farm. The mob farm. It's not the poor man's version, it's the mob farm. Alright, okay. I think that's all the decent questions from YouTube. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them in chat, because we're almost done. We are almost done. So, you know, if you've got any decent questions, feel free to post them in chat. I will be monitoring chat for the next step. I'm going to get a sip of coffee real quick, so give me a second. It's a bit late for coffee here in Australia. I think it'd be around nearly 11 o'clock here in Australia at night time. So, but yeah, I definitely like to have coffee while I'm live streaming. It keeps me more going. Yeah, live streams do take it out of you quite a little bit, actually. And that's why if you do this for 16 hours straight, eventually you're going to be all, you know, finding stuff to talk about, struggling, oh, crikey. Alright, so now we need to work out, so we're probably on that blue line. We actually only got one more to go. That is ridiculous. I should have just took it up one more, and we would have been Bob's your uncle, would have been bloomin' done. Crikey. Alright, let's go down here and grab some more resources. Oh, crikey. Alright, epic ninja ladder skills, here we go. Slowly. Aha! I got it this time. See, originally I thought building over this pond is going to save my life if I fall off of this thing, and actually I haven't been falling off of this thing. That's the reason why it's over the pond originally. But if we fall off like this corner here, you would have to aim for the water while falling. Because you're going to go splat. Alright, so we need to get a few of these bad boys back in. We don't even need that many, to be honest. One stack of those will do. We need some... We've got plenty of wool. We need glass. I would say... Yeah, that will do. That will definitely do. We need... Where did we put the... Where did we put the... Uh-oh. Did we lose them? Are they in my inventory? Oh, they're right there. Right in front of you, Daddy, you bloomin' Fruit Loop. Okay. I'm probably forgetting something. I know it. I just know it. We got blue wool. Check. We got packed ice. We don't even need that many glass or that. I know we need heaps of wool. I think we're done. Let's just get some more cobblestone and go up there. People are going to scream at me in stream chat anyway when I forget stuff. Yeah, that should do. Why do I got 2 stacks of that? That's ridiculous. I would rather have 2 stacks of that, to be honest with you. Alright, okay, so what we'll do is climb back up the ladder and put this last level on. I'm doing quite well tonight. Definitely doing quite well. Hey Data, have you added components in your new PC? Not yet. Not yet. See, I'm currently building a nice new water cooling rig right now. Full water cooling, custom loop and everything in a really, whoa, expensive case. But yeah, you know, doing a crazy build like I am doing, I can't afford just to pretty much go order all the parts right off the bat. It's one of those long-term commitment projects that I've been building it for about 6 months. Yeah, 5-6 months now, literally. So I might post some pictures later once I figure out where I'm going to mount the pumps to on the forums of my new PC rig. It's going to be a rendering beast. That's pretty much why I'm building it for. Is this modded Minecraft? No, this is definitely not modded Minecraft. We must get people popping through Twitch. I think that's where people are joining us from. I think so. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, so we are definitely on that blue line there. We should be on that right now. If everything worked out well, we should be on this blue line. Oh, get rid of that. This should be the final level of the 3rd tower. Then we only got 1 more to do, and then we got all towers complete. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I cannot wait. Alright, so what we need to do, finish this off, then. Oh, I'm not looking forward to doing the bobs, to be honest with you. That's probably going to be a little bit, definitely crazy, repetitive task, but we'll do that probably in a live stream. And to be honest, we're going to be, we're definitely going to be, like, stockpiling 40 bobs ready to go in minecarts already before, oh crikey, one over. Before we even start. I'll probably do that in a live, not a live stream, an actual episode of MDU, and then just like switch out to a live stream so people can watch me putting in all the bobs in the mob farm. Holy smokes! All right, so there is no crazy questions. Data start from the top. Maybe. It's going to be interesting. Definitely putting the bobs in here. We're going to have some deaths, so I've got some extra name tags laying around just in case that you know, the worst should happen and we get some bobs trying to fly. Neither know they're too big and they'll be bob pancakes. For bobs. Yeah, no, we'll see, I'm not sure, but we're going to be stockpiling the bobs in minecarts before we get them up here. So we'll have the track built, we'll have 40 bobs, which are large slimes, by the way, if you're new to the channel, and it's large slimes. So we'll have 40 named large slimes in minecarts, pretty much ready to push when we've got, you know, run the track into one of the levels. That is what we're going to do. It's going to be crazy looking at 40 bobs in a line. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be cool, but we'll see. We built the Bob Grabber 5000, so if you're really wondering how we're going to get the the bobs into the minecarts. We've actually already built that ages ago. In one of the MDU episodes, we built a Bob Grabber 5000, which enables us to grab the bobs and put them in minecarts quite easily, or separate the large slimes from the smaller slimes, which is quite cool. Definitely quite cool. Somebody says good night. Good night. Thanks for coming to the stream. Fantastic. Laughalo put slime block on a pad to catch them. Huh? I don't quite get that. Oh, whoa. There we go. Data, I've tried create the Bob farm in creative mode and named the slimes all using one tag, but despawn. Any ideas? It sounds like you keep putting it on peaceful, or you got a mod installed. Because named things do not despawn. You despawn them by putting it on peaceful, or a mod despawns them or something. Okay, that's what's happening now. I don't 100% know your circumstances there, but that's why we name the bobs. If you're having difficulties with bobs, maybe I suggest the Poor Man's Mob Bob Farm, which is just using horses instead. It's 20% decrease in speed, but that's still pretty impressive. You will still beat the X farm in case of speed, and the X farm is one of those packed ice farms shaped than X. You'll get faster loot drops than that thing, which is quite cool. Hey Daddy, can you help me build a mob farm without a spawner? What? Does he mean just a dark room so mobs can spawn and go down a canal? Oh, crikey. Alright, Daddy, can you help me with the... Where do you get the name tags from? Trading, mate. Trading. So in 1.8 you can trade, rotten flesh to get emeralds, and then you use the rotten flesh or the gold like I do to get emeralds, and then you trade the emeralds for name tags. What? How many? 2? 1, 2? I think it's 3 for this level, isn't it? We'll just go up 2. But no fishing. Didn't do fishing. Trading. We traded lots of emeralds to get the name tags. I have 40 name tags plus 4 in my mine shaft for hitting, those stupid little dungeons. I take the name tags out. So we got 44 name tags at this current time, ready to go for the Mob Bob Farm. So we've got the 4 extra just in case there's any whoopsie daisies. Alright, so there you go. That's how tall she is. We need to bring up the sides now. And we'll start by doing the inner and then the outer. So I just always get that gut feeling like I'm gonna fall off. Oh, alright. Data, any ideas on a storage room design you're going to use? Probably a little bit oversized one that I would normally use, because the Mob Bob Farm apparently functions so ridiculously well that items skip into the miscellaneous chest because the filters cannot keep up with filtering out the items into the right chests, which is, if you ask me, that's quite ridiculous. So it looks like we're going to have to do some adjustments, 2 or 3 of the same filter, which is going to be a ridiculous amount of iron, a bloomin' ridiculous amount of iron if you ask me. So I don't know. We'll see. We're a long ways off that point in time, guys. We're a long way off of even thinking about doing the storage room. Splat pads. To be honest, after all 4 towers are built, the center will probably start with the big clamps that go on the side. I shouldn't give too much spoilers, but the center will start construction. After the center is done, then we'll do the splat pads, and then after the splat pads are done, we have to wait until we have enough iron. So that might be quite a few episodes before we complete it by putting a storage unit that goes down to the ground. So it's going to be definitely interesting. Definitely an interesting build. It's probably going to be one of my largest ones built, but it's probably going to be my fastest one of my fastest mob farms that I've ever built. Faster than Laser Cannon of Doom, faster than any farms like that. We should really have a crazy. If I had enough iron, I would build a million gunpowder storage unit. If you're new to my channel and have not ever watched the Build Big or Go Home series, I used to build ridiculously large storage units, like over 1 million watermelon and 1 million sugarcane, and I actually got quite far in filling it up. I managed to fill up halfway of the 1 million sugarcane, I think. Yeah, I got about 600,000 sugarcane, I'm pretty sure, in a storage unit. Wow, it's getting dark. So, yeah, but this is not the Build Big or Go Home series, so we don't do ridiculous things. This is the MDU series. Is it night where you live? Yes, it is. It is. It is currently after 11 o'clock. Well, it should be after 11 o'clock at night in Australia right now. So, on Saturday, that is. We're just about to go into Sunday after midnight, so, yeah. Alright. Let's bring up the down here now. Here we go. Just taparoo, Data. If you taparoo and fall off the edge, we'll have to aim for the pond, because we're gonna go splat, and then everybody will get their Data pancakes, which is not cool. It's crazy. It's crazy. They're all saying crazy times now. It's all times all over the world. I can't believe some people stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning and then catch a live stream. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's 11:11 in Australia right now. At night. Wow, there's some crazy times being posted in chat right now. Crazy times. What is your favorite horror? What? It's crazy. Oh, alright, let's get this done. Let's wrap this up. I can't believe we got third tower almost fully built. It's fantastic. This live stream will be up on YouTube at some point, because I know some people are just joining us, and yeah, if you want to watch the full live stream, it will be up on YouTube in a few days' time. It's sometimes up really quickly, depends on how much, you know, it's sometimes up really quickly, depending on how much work I'm doing. Sometimes it takes a few days, so be patient. This will be up on YouTube in a couple of days, so if you missed the whole beginning of the live stream, you can actually catch that. And everything we've talked about is in the link description. Remember, if you want to become a member of my site forums, or you want to join us on the a fan server, you can do that. You want to talk to me on Vent, you have to apply for the fan server to do that. Yeah, there's lots of, all the links will be in the description. Donate a rank, you can, you know, see everything early if you really want to, which some people really do. They want to go power watch the next season of DnR, they can almost do that. I only speak English, or somebody speaking a different language in Twitch chat. Crazy. Yum, Data pancakes. No, Hamfish. No, you can't. Alright, we are almost there. This, and then we've got to put one ring where we're standing, and one more ring after this, and then she will be pretty much done. We're not putting the roof on. Remember, I've explained this multiple streams, but you still get those people that actually never watch an entire stream and ask silly questions anyway. So we're not putting the roofs on, so we don't get lots of spawns in there. Could you imagine trying to put the bobs inside here with the whole thing being full of creepers and skellies, and oh, we would lose so many bobs to that. It would just be absolutely insane. So yeah, that's definitely a no-go there when it comes to putting the roof on. No. So I was mistaken. So I told everybody that we would be putting the bobs in the very last. Technically, the roof would be one of the very last things to do to turn the farm on. So we could probably put in some sort of system to turn the farm off now. I'm just thinking about it. We could just no. Because technically at night time the farm would just turn on anyway, so we can't use natural light. We would have to put lights in the center of it. We haven't even done the center of it. Speaking of the center, we've got to fill the center up with cobblestone, because we don't want to use more hoppers in the splat pads. So the whole point, we need to save as much splat pads as save as much hoppers in splat pads as possible. Doing the drop shoots like I've been doing is going to focus nasties into a certain section or area of the splat pads, allowing us to put hoppers just under that section collecting stuff, because obviously, yeah, it's going to take some time before we actually get up to that stage of putting hoppers in. Like I was saying before, people are all going to be screaming at me for the next 2 or 3 weeks, when's the Bob Mob farm going to be done? When is it? It's like, man, these resources just don't pop out of thin air. Crikey, you have to go get them. Alright, we got one more ring to do after this. So, well, mistake already. I'm a little bit of a rush now because I'm like, yeah, I'm almost done another tower. Woohoo! Alright, so this would be the last, well, I would say, yeah, it's definitely the last ring of this tower. What's going on in chat? Ha ha ha. How do you get the bobs up there? Well, I answered that question before, so you must be obviously new to the stream. Yeah, there's not much crazy questions, guys. If you want me to answer a question, it's best to jump in right now before the stream ends and you can't get your question in, or put it on YouTube later. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. I'm glad that you almost made it to the end of the live stream. Me just, you know, chatting and chatting and chatting. Some people like this. They treat it like a podcast. They go down there, they mining their stream, they listen to me talking to the fans and talking about all sorts of weird stuff like you do in live streams. Oh, crikey. Wow. We might actually... We're doing quite well. Alright, yeah. And then after this we do a tour, and then we put the final ring on, and she is done. So 1, 2... There we go. We're on the final lap now. Wait, yeah, it is the final lap. Yep, it is the final lap. Fantastic, good stuff. Alright, I better... Data Twitch saves the live streams to watch later. Yes, they do, but they don't save over 2 hours anymore. That gets automatically deleted, like I was saying earlier. And I save Twitch live streams to my hard drive because sometimes Twitch messes up and does not save the live stream. Not kidding you. I've had several live streams now delete themselves, you know, not saved to their drives. If they have a hiccup, guess what? Your live stream is not getting saved. So I now, for safety, I record onto my drive, and it records onto Twitch as well, so for upload later on. Yeah. Alright, won't let me post it. Okay, no crazy questions, or I missed crazy. How long have you been playing Minecraft for? For quite some time. A few years at least. Far out. Back when there was no hoppers and no slime blocks and no pistons and no comparators, and you use redstone to control water and all that crazy stuff. You know, early days, early days. Some people know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people will be like, what? There's always been hoppers in Minecraft. There's always been comparators. Yeah, no, there has not. Oh, crikey. Which farm is most important to build other than food? I would say food, but other than food? It's totally up to you. What comes next, to be honest with you. Alright, so we're doing the last level now. Well, actually, yeah, I lied before. This is technically the last go around. Crikey, now we're putting the last ring around the entire thing. To be honest, no, that works. We will have to use half slabs up here, because we don't want, obviously, nasties to spawn up here later on. So we'll have to make cobblestone half slabs and half slabs up here when we finally complete the farm. Back when people tried to break I know what. No. Somebody. Oh, you wait until I get on the server later on, Ham. Hi, Data. I'm building your old watermelon farm in PS4. What update are they on PS4 now? How many updates are consoles behind? I'm not 100% sure they are. There's actually a bunch of my subscribers that don't have PC version, which is quite the shock. Quite the shock. I can't believe they watch me. Message says hoppers. Okay, no, nothing crazy going on in there, but yeah, I'll be curious to know what version of Minecraft is running on the consoles right now. So I know they're very limited, like on consoles, 1,000 by 1,000 map. I don't know. There wasn't a huge. Consoles don't get a huge map like freaking PCs do. I think we get like 60 mil craziness. Seriously, this texture is so gorgeous. Oh, thank you. This is my own texture pack. Yeah, my own texture pack. I'm one of those. I think I'm probably pretty much the only YouTuber that uses their very own texture pack. So there we go, guys. We have now completed Tower 3. It is 100%. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and do some epic ninja ladder skills and jump off of here. Okay, here we go. It's on this side. I know it's on this side. Come on. Taparoo. Tap. No! No! Oh! Oh, my heart just sank there. Holy smokes. I just, no. Just like, go forward, catch the ladder. I'm gonna go splat. Oh, crocky. Absolutely crocky. Alright. Alright, okay. I think we're done now. Now we got 3 towers complete. This stream will be up on YouTube later on. Look at that, guys. Absolutely fantastic. We have now 3 of them complete. Awesome. We only got 1 more to complete now. That is bothering me. I'm going to fix it. It's bothering me. It's got to be fixed. Haha. Fixed. Data wins. Doesn't fix the other side, though. You Fruit Loop Data. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching this live stream of building the Mob Bob Farm part 3. Just remember, all the links are in the description. You want to become a donator, you know, chip in a few bucks. It will be in the description. You want to join my website or the server, or want to come chat to me on. It's all in the description below, guys. All in the description. All the stuff we talked about will be in the description below. So, and if you made it this far up on YouTube, let me know. I like to see how far people actually make it in these crazy, boring live streams. Well, some people don't think they're boring, but some people do. But good stuff. It was great hanging out with you guys tonight, and I'll catch you all later.